I am here at the WSIS 2012 forum with John Davies, Vice President of Intel. Welcome. We're going to ask you a couple of questions. First of all, Intel has been a strategic partner of the WSIS forum for a while now. Why is it important for Intel to participate in such events, and what do you get out in terms of message out of such occurrences?
Well, from a business point of view, we're trying to bring computing to much more people around the planet. And with WSIS, what happens is you meet the ITU leaders, you meet all the United Nations leaders, the UN departments, many ministers come, many people from their countries, and you have private industry here together. So we get together a number of people that can not just talk about ideas, that actually have the capabilities to make them happen in their countries. And many of the ideas we've been able to talk about are actually starting in practice today. So it's a very powerful forum that drives implementation.
You are the head of a program called World Ahead program. Could you give us a couple of practical examples of what it is achieving and what it has achieved and how it's connected with the issue of information society?
Well, there's two really good examples. One is in bringing that prepaid cell phone miracle to broadband. Cell phones went from 2 billion to 6 billion, lower cost devices, but very specifically, you could buy this by the small usage. You could buy it in small sachets rather than extended contracts. And we're bringing that to the PC and broadband, where you can buy broadband by the dollar's worth. You can get lower cost PCs, bundle it with amazing education content like maths and science portals, like Learn English, like show how to get to Khan Academy and see all the various lessons there. Bring that all together. And what that's done on affordability is many more people can afford if you buy it by the dollar's worth on the prepaid broadband rather than the monthly contracts. In the last year since we spoke about it at WSIS, it's gone out into about 30 countries, and every week more countries are announced. And we believe an additional 1 billion people can afford broadband than could afford it a year ago. So that's amazing.
Right. Why would, as you gave an example, why would a weaver from India, from a rural area of India, care about broadband? How would that help them?
Well, if you're weaving in rural India, or you're making paper mache dolls in Colombia, or you're making craft work anywhere else, you need a market to take your products to. And if your market is just your local village, that can be quite limited if you have an amazing talents. So, but you're only earning a few dollars. It may be the housewife, it may be one of the people in the family running this small business. They can't afford a $500 PC and $30 a month of internet if they may only be making $100 a month. So if they can get a computer at lower cost and get broadband by the dollar just for their business or by the increments, you can run your business very nicely. Make a website, the PC trains them how to do that, and buy it by the increment, and as your business gets bigger, you can obviously expand it, but it gets you started in a way that you couldn't do that previously.
WSIS 2012 is special in the sense that it is a forum where there is a lot of stock taking, but also looking post 2015, which is the landmark date for Millennium Goals. So what does this make you think of as a representative of private sector, all these meetings, and what it makes you think of in terms of strategy for after 2015?
Well, first it makes us want to work harder, go faster, cooperate more, because the WSIS goals and the Millennium Development Goals are tough goals. So we work programs in education. We have our rugged children's laptop, get that to schools. We have 8 million of them out there now, and the industry is rallying around building their own. That helps. We've trained 11 million teachers. On the healthcare side, we just agreed at UN in New York to train 1 million frontline healthcare workers. And these aren't the doctors in the big hospitals, these are the people in the village, had to use ICT to help the frontline healthcare. And so those programs tend to align with Millennium Development Goals because there's support for them, and then the industry can be part of that and help make those work faster. And it's good for people. It's also actually very good business as well.
Thank you, John Davies, for your interview. We look forward to meeting you again.
Great, thank you.